Hey Dave, how you doing?
Pete, good. Yourself?
Pretty good.
Yeah. What you got cooking?
Well, I've got an article on bypass filtration I have to write, and I was wondering if you could help me.
Sure, sure. I tell you what, we've got a little demonstrator that shows you some of the filtration characteristics. How about if we go over and take a look at there and use that as a starting point?
Sure.
Alrighty.
Is this a testing unit here?
This is it, Pete.
What do you use this for?
Pete, we use this to demonstrate the type of filtration that's on the average car today, the full flow system, with the type of filtration that's available through the use of our bypass filtration system.
Does it matter that this particular full flow is on the unit at this time?
No, no. We just want a good high-quality filter on here, something that is commonplace in the automotive world.
What exactly is the difference between full flow filtration and bypass filtration?
In a full flow system like we have here, all the oil that's coming from the oil sump or the oil reservoir and being delivered to the engine must pass through here. So we're forcing oil through at a very high rate and at volume-wise and at a high speed.
How about bypass filtration?
In a bypass system, we're only taking a small percentage of that oil that's being delivered to the engine, somewhere around 5 to 10%. And we're passing it through the filter at a lower volume, lower speed. And hence what we can do is then go with a much denser media, one that filters much better.
Well, can you show me how your unit here works?
Sure. What we're going to do is we'll add a contaminant to the reservoir here. The oil will then drain out of the bottom of the reservoir to our pump, to our valve, which in turn it'll be diverted to our full flow filter and then returned back to the reservoir. And what we're going to be looking for is hopefully our contaminant is going to be removed by the full flow filter. So what we'll see is a dramatic change in clarity and color of the reservoir. If we don't see that, then the filter is really not doing anything.
Well, why don't we see how it works?
Sure.
Now, what exactly are you using for a contaminant?
Okay, Pete, the contaminant that we're using is what they call carbon black, and we use it for two reasons. First of all, its size. Its size ranges from about 1 micron up to about 40 microns in size. And that correlates very well with the size of the contaminant that we see in an automotive lubrication system. Secondly, we chose it because of its color. The carbonation contaminants that we all see in automotive engine oils, used automotive engine oils, is black in color. And the carbon black depicts that quite accurately.
What is a micron?
Okay, a micron's a unit of measurement, Pete, just like an inch or a foot is, just a very small one. To give you an example, a human hair is about 100 microns in diameter.
What particle size do you expect a full flow filter to be able to remove?
Generally, full flow filters have good efficiency right around the 40 micron range. So we really don't expect to see a great deal of cleaning occurring in this situation.
Well, that seems to me pretty small. Why would it have to remove particles smaller than that?
Well, the particles, the contaminant particles are small, Pete, but so are a lot of the clearances in the modern engine today. Particles in the 5 to 20 micron range, if allowed to enter these tight clearances, can result in some premature wear. Studies have indicated that as much as 60% of the wear that can occur internally in an automotive engine is directly the result of circulation of these particles in the 5 to 20 micron range.
Well, the oil seems to be still pretty black.
It really hasn't done much, and again, we really didn't expect to see a great deal of change in that.
Can we see how our bypass filter will do?
Sure.
Now, what particle sizes will our bypass filter remove?
Okay, the bypass will actually remove particles that are less than 1 micron in size.
That's pretty small.
Yes, it is.
You said before that the full flow filter has to filter basically all the oil in the system.
Correct, yes.
What portion of the oil does the bypass filter filter?
Well, again, in a bypass system, we're looking for only removing 5, sometimes as much as 10% in certain applications of the oil flow that is being delivered to the engine.
What does that relate to as far as driving conditions go?
Okay, if you're driving down the highway at about 45 miles an hour, it'd take about 10 minutes for all the oil in the oil system to pass through that bypass at least once.
Well, the bypass filter seems to be clearing it up pretty good there.
It does do a good job.
Can you show me how the two filters would relate on an engine using your demonstrator here?
Sure.
Now that seems to be dumping more carbon black into the system.
Well, there is carbon black that is in the lines leading to the full flow filter, and certainly in the fluid in the full flow filter that contains that contaminant. It's just passing through the filter because the filter is unable to remove it from the fluid.
How many different size bypass filters do we have?
Well, we've got several, Pete. Let me switch this back over to the bypass to see if we can clean this up, and we'll go over and take a look at the sizes that are available.
All right.
Pete, we have 3 different sizes that are available. Construction-wise, they're all identical. The only real difference is the amount of filtration media inside. We make 3 different sizes to allow for the fitting on a number of different applications. We also have a mounting kit that allows for easy installation.
Well, the oil looks pretty clear.
Pete, it did really do a good job on cleaning up that contaminant.
Now, for the average consumer, what does our bypass filtration system mean to them?
There's a number of benefits that the bypass is going to provide the customer with. Certainly by controlling the contaminant level in the oil, you're going to, 1, increase the life expectancy of the oil. 2, you're going to reduce the wear that's going to occur in the engine, which certainly is going to allow for extended life of the engine itself. The filter does have the ability to remove water that may enter the lubrication system. And water can do some real nasty things to the oil, cause some real problems within the oil and within the lubrication system. All in all, the combination of the full flow system and the addition of our bypass system provides the best possible oil filtration available to the consumer.